little skeletons, it is Disney Queen Skelly here, and welcome back to another Disney media review. Today we are reviewing the silly Symphony short, The Grasshoppers and Ants. So without further ado, let's get into it. IMDb rating 7.3 out of 10 stars, runtime 8 minutes. Plot summary 1. When a lazy grasshopper prefers to sing and dance rather than forage like his friends the ants, he learns to regret it when winter approaches. The ants save his life, and in return, he entertains them with his music. Plot summary 2. As in the classic fable, the grasshopper plays his fiddle and lives for the moment, while the industrious ants squirrel away massive amounts of food for the winter. With his song, he is able to convince at least one small ant until the queen arrives and scares him back to work. The queen warns the grasshopper of the trouble he'll be in the coming winters. Winter comes and the grasshopper, near starvation, stumbles across the ants who are having a full-on feast in their snug little tree. They take him in and warm him up. The queen tells him only those who work can eat, so he must play for them. Alright guys, so I gave this one a 7 out of 10 skulls. It was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't like the best I've ever watched, but it was still a pretty good short. And let me tell you why. So first off, the intro reminded me of Bambi because of all the foliage, and especially with how the title of the main card actually looked. In Bambi, it's like a nice teal color with some cursive writing. That's actually how this one looked too. It had some nice cursive writing, it was in teal, and it had that foresty type background, which was really nice. The grasshopper chews tobacco. Now, I have absolutely nothing wrong with that. I mean, everyone has their, not vices, but like everyone has their thing, I guess. And I know back then, again, this stuff was just totally natural to have like in kids movies or any movie really. So seeing the grasshopper chew tobacco was definitely, it wasn't like it was shocking, but it was like something I guess I'm like trying to get used to, especially since a lot of media nowadays will censor that kind of stuff. So seeing it like uncut and raw is kind of almost in a way nice, because it's interesting to see how movies and media has come, you know, since that time versus now, if you guys know what I mean. There was this ant that was like trying to, I think, like pull some food or like a wagon full of food, and he was stuck in tar, and the ant tried to keep moving. Literally, he was stuck in tar. You are not going to be able to move if you're stuck in tar. The grasshopper not only sounds like Goofy in terms of the dialogue, like his voice, but he laughs like Goofy. That was just absolutely insane. I'm pretty sure the guy who used to voice Goofy maybe might have voiced the grasshopper. I thought that was pretty interesting. Okay, so there's this song that the grasshopper sings. Something like, the Lord provides for you, something like that, the Lord will provide for you. It mentions religion, which shocked me because you don't really see that much in movies nowadays unless one of the main topics is religion. But in this case, it was mentioned kind of casually, as if like it was basically in a song. So it was mentioned so casually, I was like, wow, they're mentioning religion. That's actually pretty interesting. The grasshopper was such a great influence on kids, literally saying like, hey, you know, we're here on this, God put us earth on this reason, so God will provide for us. You don't have to work to survive. Great influence on kids, I'll tell you that much. The Queen Ant, I noticed, had the same kind of crown as the Queen of Hearts in Alice in Wonderland. If you guys don't know about the movie Alice in Wonderland, which is okay if you don't, it happens, the Queen of Heart has a cute little crown on top of her noggin. It doesn't cover her whole head, just a little piece of her noggin. And the Queen Ant in this short had the same thing. I was like, oh, that's a cool little, not Easter egg, but for me it kind of was an Easter egg. The ant that was stuck in tar was able to lift the wagon. Like, if you're struggling, what's the phrase? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. No, that's not the saying. Okay, there's this saying where if you try something once and it fails, then you try it again and you are shocked it fails, something like that. I'm sure you guys, if you guys know the saying I'm trying to say, please put it in the comment section, because I am now just stumbling over what I'm trying to say. But this ant was trying to pull and pull and pull and was getting nowhere. And then he finally realized he could lift like 300 times his own weight, so he lifted the wagon like last minute. Come on. The snow scene when winter started definitely reminded me of Bambi, when the snow started falling before, I think it was after his mother's death, the snow started falling. It was the same thing with the grasshopper and the ants. The snow started falling, and it definitely looked like, you know, the scene from Bambi. So one thing that was kind of eerie for me was when the grasshopper was at the doorstep of the ants, you know, location, and he looked dead. The ants were swarming him to like pick him up, take him inside, you know, let him eat, let him feel comfortable, let him, you know, heal up. And I was watching this, it got me thinking. In nature, ants are scavengers, and that does not limit to dead bugs. So they will scavenge dead bugs, and I've seen it before. They'll surround them, they'll like hoard it, and that looked exactly like it did in the short. And these ants were hoarding the grasshopper, and it was totally terrifying because I kept thinking, that is what ants do to dead bugs. That is just absolutely creepy. So in the end, the lady ant, the queen ant, obviously, you know, said, hey, if you want to eat, if you want to survive, you know, you have to work for it. So please dance for me, dance for us, and play for us so you can eat and live. And it kind of made me laugh because the thing that got him in trouble is the thing that saved his life. I mean, I guess whatever suits you. So thank you guys so much for watching this Disney media review. If you guys have Disney Plus or know somebody who has Disney Plus, I highly recommend watching The Grasshopper and the Ant for yourself and coming up with your own, you know, opinion of it for yourself. And maybe if you find something that I didn't, let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to know. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, little skeletons. Stay safe, and I love you guys.